I'm with Neil Findlay, MSP, Labour member for the Lothians. So Neil, tonight you've got the members' debate, which is an opportunity to raise a local issue. And so you'll be speaking about retaining tax jobs in Bathgate. So roughly what are you going to be saying this evening?
Well, across Scotland there's roughly between 8,000 and 9,000 HMRC jobs at various offices across Scotland. In my own area there's 1,000 jobs in Livingston and Bathgate and further jobs in Edinburgh. And the proposal from HMRC across the UK is to close around 160 offices and merge them into 13 big regional centres. It's a huge exercise and one that I think is absolutely flawed. We want jobs to be spread across, government jobs to be spread across the country, not centralised. We should be decentralising government jobs, and this would have a devastating impact on the local economy if it was to go ahead.
So this will primarily affect people who work in Bathgate, so will be around surrounding areas, I suppose. And so will they get an opportunity, if this was to go ahead, to seek employment? Would it be in Edinburgh then?
Well, I mean, this is not just Bathgate, this is East Kilbride, this is Cumbernauld, this is across the whole. I mean, there's 160 offices across the UK. Many major towns and cities where HMRC are based, they're going to lose jobs and they're going to be centralised in these big city centre buildings. So this affects approximately, we think, around, well, it could affect 9,000 people, but in effect what we're likely to see is 3,000 job losses in this. So it's very serious, and the union, PCS, the businesses and local communities are really concerned about this. It would mean for West Lothian £1 million a year taken out of the local economy.
That's staggering. So I didn't know that, so I'm familiar with the Cumbernauld and East Kilbride tax centre, who've been there seems to be for forever. So that's going to impact on a lot of different parts of Scotland. Well,
it is. I mean, West Lothian's where the tax credits office is. So tax credits for the UK are administered there. Call centre for the tax credits and the like. So it's big stuff, and we're starting to build a campaign against this. We've got a lot of support from, as I say, local businesses. The calculation that the council has done is that there's roughly £1,000 per employee spent a year in the local area on things like food and newspapers, petrol, you know, people doing their shopping or whatever while they're at work. So all of that would be a loss to the local economy.
It's as big a decision it gets for a local community, really.
Well, the thing with, in this particular location, it's probably this would be the third time that particular area has major job losses. The site is probably a stone's throw from the former British Leyland site there, which was a massive employer, employing about 8,000 people at its peak. It closed. Then Motorola came, building mobile phones, and Motorola was based in the building where the tax credit office is. Now, if this was to go, then for some people, this could be a third redundancy, big redundancy, or job loss. But also they're expecting people to travel, so they're expecting people who have caring responsibilities, people who have disabilities, to travel up to an hour or an hour and a half each way, with all the additional cost that would bring, probably around about £2,000 a year. And most of these jobs, the vast majority of these jobs, are on £21,000 or less salary. So that would be a huge hit on these public servants.
So how long have you got then to make an impact here?
Well, they're not talking about the move being for 5 years or so, but it's all in the planning at the moment, and things are moving ahead quite rapidly. So we need to get underway with this very quickly. And this campaign in my area will be being replicated across the country, because so many towns rely on these jobs, you know, feeding into the local economy, and that will be taken away. And
hopefully tonight there'll be other members who may have representing other areas where there's an impact on them. So
well, it's good that it's had cross-party support, and I hope we get support from all members in this Parliament. It is the Tory government at the UK level who are driving this, but we have had Conservative members sign the motion, which is good. So I hope they will have some influence to bear on the government at Westminster.
I have signed your motion.
Good.
I'll stay in for your speech tonight, and now I know more about it. But thank you very much, and good luck for your debate this evening.
Thanks very much.